got it. Hi, everybody. Thank you for waiting on me. I am so glad that you are here. Welcome and thank you so much. Y'all gave me 39 thumbs up before I could even join you. Thank you. And I noticed early on that I had a lot of people that were here before me, and thank you so much. I really, really, really appreciate it. And thank you, mods, for taking care of me and staying in touch with everybody till I could get on here. I see my mods, Lori, and I know Robert is here. I need to turn up the volume. Okay, can you hear me now? Okay, can you hear me now? I feel like that. What it was that Verizon commercial? Can you hear me now? Hi, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How's everybody doing tonight? Look at all of you on here. I had to try three different internet connections before I could find one that would work, and I don't know why. Okay, can y'all hear me now? I'm still trying to get the volume right. Last week I had to turn it way down, but this week y'all are telling me turn it up. So how's that? Is that better? Can you hear me now? Hello, can you hear me now? Okay, thank you guys. Thank you for letting me know when I'm having difficulties like that so that I can make sure and connect with you. Thank you. And let's see. Um, Okay, so oh, and then after I finally got connected to the internet, I panicked and I hit the wrong button and connected to a new broadcast, and I don't know what that was. So anyway, thank you all for bearing with me. I want to welcome my new patrons this week, Jennifer Spitler and Mary Zokosky. I hope that I am saying your names right. Thank you both for joining and for the messages that you have sent me. I really appreciate it. And Simple Life, Barbara, it's good to see you on here. I sent you an email, sweetheart. If you get a chance, try to reply to that. I'm glad to see you. So, how is the volume now? Robert is telling me that it is better, but some of you are saying it's still low. So, okay, Debra Van Sant, hi, sweetheart. Good to see you. She says the volume is fine. And I hope that you are doing well after your fall, Deborah. I appreciate being able to stay in touch with you too. She's one of my wonderful patrons. Hi. And there's my good friend Letty. She says, love the red. And I saw several of you. Pamela Bell also says, looking great in red. I saw several of you commenting about the red. And I'll tell you about that in a moment. I chose it very purposefully for tonight. So thank you. And, oh, and Antonia on the road, and Robert says, I'm looking good tonight. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, Antonia. And Bertrell says she can hear me perfectly. That's awesomeness. And oh, Melinda says red is her favorite color. How cool is that? So I was so frustrated. Oh, wait, Sean H says, you look well, keep smiling. I am going to keep smiling. I promise. So I'm afraid to turn my volume up anymore because I don't want it to peg out. Y'all, Robert, you text me if I need to do something differently, okay? Otherwise, I'm going to have to just leave it where it is. So I'll tell y'all in a little bit about. Actually, I'll go ahead and tell you about. Okay, so I am wearing this T-shirt because we had. Let me show you. We had another HABOOB, you guys. This was on Sunday. I was talking to Robert. Can you see all of those thunderstorms in the area? Well, I was talking to Robert, and I told him, I said, "Oh my God, it's like raining here. How can it possibly be raining?" And he said that a haboob is a desert dust storm caused by a thunderstorm that is producing a downdraft that forces dust into the air where it is propelled forward in the wind. I just love that I have a tech geek boyfriend that can help me out with such stuff. And then all of a sudden I said, wait, the rain's like, it's mud. I don't know what's going on. And it was real high winds. And he told me that that's because the rain that comes in, and then that downdraft creates that thunderstorm of rain. It turns like to mud. And so I wore my Debra's Haboobies t-shirt. Can y'all see that? That was inspired by my Friday Night Live crew. And so thank y'all. So in honor of the second haboob that I have been through here in the desert this summer, I wore my habooby t-shirt. Yes, Robert says a haboob is such a fun word to say, even if the storm themselves are no fun. It was not fun. It was awful. I don't know, but I swear that the rig felt like it lifted up. And then I read an article to where, oh, well, no, it wasn't an article, on a RV Facebook group that I'm a member of. They showed that it had knocked it off of their stabilizing blocks and their levelers and moved it like 8 inches. And so I'm like, okay, well, maybe I didn't imagine it. And somebody's saying we're buffering. I'm not buffering on this end, so I don't know. I don't know how to help you guys. It's not buffering on my end. Um, so um, I'm trying to see. Robert's texting me and saying it's all good. So I'm sorry, you guys. I don't know why it's buffering for some of you, but it's not buffering on my end. So let's see. I got to put this where I can see Robert if he texts me better. I don't know. Y'all are laughing about stuff, and I just love that. Oh, Gina is on here too tonight. Hello, Gina, my darling. Oh no, Debra Van Zant says she was wearing her habooby shirt when she fell off the ladder. Did she have some explaining to do in the hospital? I'm sorry, Debra. I shouldn't laugh. You fell off a ladder and you had to go to the hospital, and I'm laughing. But I'm laughing because you were wearing your haboobies t-shirt, and I can only imagine that you were having to explain, you know, about your t-shirt. And it might have buffered you guys when I stood up, and I'm sorry. I'll learn to not do that. And so I think that's what the problem was when I stood up. So anyway, there are 143 of you on here, and 67 thumbs up. If y'all could double that number for me, I would really appreciate it. And I promise I won't stand up anymore. Oh, I got somebody here that wants to say hi. Hold on. Look. Hi, everybody. He was scratching my arm. He's like, Mom, I'm not in the picture. He's been such a little darling, and I can't wait to give y'all his update. He's all nice and fluffy and coal black because he got a bath, and him smells all good. He has been such a wonderful little companion for me throughout all this, you guys. I love him so much. And let's see, El Bandito, that's him. You got to turn this way though, buddy. You can't turn the other way. You got to turn this way so you can say hi to everybody. He's like, nope, I want to go the other way. He wants to turn his back on you guys. Anyway, so if you want your own haboobs, you can't get. He wants to be right there. He doesn't want his mom on camera. He's like, you have to talk to me, Mom. Only me. So if you want your own t-shirt or anything, please be sure and go to my Teespring store. Debra does RV life. And Ann says, let's see, Ann says, no standing allowed, LOL. Yeah, no more standing for me. And so sorry everybody, y'all are letting me know that it was my was me standing up, and I'm sorry, I learned my lesson. I won't do that anymore. All right, so so next let's talk about a writing update. Oh my gosh, you guys. So I finally got, if you pre-ordered a signed author's copy book from me, oh, it's okay, baby. If you ordered a signed book from me, oh, Kathy Decree says Bandit has come such a long way because of my love. I think it's because of his heart. You know, any other dog that's been through what he's been through probably wouldn't have tried so hard to get over all those issues. But yeah, I start talking, and he's like a toddler. He's like, you know, you can't go to the bathroom, you can't talk on the phone, and you can't be on the internet. You got to pay attention to me, just like a toddler. If you pre-ordered a signed author copy of my book, let's see, there it is, A Pigeon Story. I am happy to announce that those went out today. That is me at the mailbox center carrying a whole box of books. It was like close to 50 books, and I was so thrilled to get those out. Thank you, everybody. And so that, you know, I got them done, and they are on the way. And so if you ordered a signed a signed copy by me, it has been mailed to you. While I was there, you guys, I picked up something else. Check it out. Y'all know what that is? That is my official license plate for Freebird, and it says KOKO. How cool is that? Isn't that cool? Don't you just love it? I'm so happy to have a personalized license plate. Oh, and look, here's my friend Stephen Beverly saying, looking good, and Bandit is looking very handsome tonight. He's all clean. Him's got a bath. Him's all clean. Thank you, you guys. Love you. And and Christine says that her bird, she has a parrot, and she said her bird bites the cord in half. Oh, and Lori put up my for my books. You can go to DebraDickinson.com and get my books. That's right. I have 3 of them out now, and so thank you for doing that, Lori. So anyway, I was very, very, very excited to get that done. It took me hours to sign all of them, and what a thrill it was to be able to write something to everybody. And oh yes, here's Pam. Pam, yours. Oops, I can't. Y'all, it's scrolling so fast. I hit the wrong. Oh, thank you, Robert. I love my license plates. And Pam says, cool, because she's one of the ones that ordered a book. And oh, good, look at here. Brenda Lou says she downloaded my book onto her Kindle. And thank you, Brenda. And I hope you enjoy it when you're able to read it. And Pearl says perfect. And I am too, you guys. I love my plates. I just love my plates. Thank you for celebrating that with me. Okay, so what is up next? He's being such a wiggle butt. Bandit, you're a crazy dog. He feels so good because he's all clean and we're cool, and I'm going to tell y'all about that in a minute. Oh, Robert, y'all are all laughing because Robert says, I guess KOKO is better on the plates than the boobies. We'll save that for you to put on your van, Robert. You nut. So what is up next, speaking of Robert, is the Where is Robert segment, and you can go to robertwitham.com to find out all things wonderful about Robert and what he is up to. But for now, let's check out his Where is Robert weekly video, you guys. Here you go. Enjoy. Uh-oh. So why does it say it's not found? I loaded it. Okay, hang on. I know where it is. It says to go locate the file. Huh. Y'all, Robert, can I do it? Hold on. I'm going to try to add it right now. You guys, hold on. I don't know if this will work or not, but I'm going to try because I know right where it is. I'd already done this, but it's not working. So hold on. I don't even know if y'all can see me right now while I'm doing all this. Can you? Can y'all see me? I can't see you because I'm clicking on things. Hold on. I'm almost done. Oh, I had all of this set up, I swear. I just don't know why it's not showing. Hold on. We'll just click it again, and then it'll go, and we'll be all good because I want y'all to see this. It's really a lot of fun. All right, let's see if this will work. All right, you ready?
All right, so where is Robert? Is it just me, or is it odd talking about yourself in the third person? Anyway, time for the Where's Robert segment of the weekly Friday Night Live. And as you can see by the backdrop, I'm not... Oh, you can't tell anything from the backdrop, can you? All right. As you cannot tell from the backdrop, I'm not in Oregon any longer. I ended up there a little longer than I planned on, but that's okay. I was there for work, so it's all good. I am back in Wyoming. I made it back to Wyoming Sunday evening, and just in time to be able to have dinner with one of my sons and his family, and hang out with the grandkids for a little bit. And my middle granddaughter was just starting school Monday morning, so I got to see her for a bit before she started school, so that was fun. And then Tuesday evening, the big thing I had to be back for was that the 3 oldest granddaughters all playing soccer, and that was Tuesday was their first game of the season, so they really wanted me to be there for that. So the reason the view isn't so good is because I'm holed up in an RV park here in Gillette, Wyoming, that I can only describe as being kind of ghetto, but honestly, there are not a lot of options in Gillette. And I got back here on Sunday evening, slept in the van in the street near my son's house that night, and then Monday was 98 degrees, Tuesday was 96 degrees, Wednesday was 90 degrees. It's cooled down a little bit now, but there's another hot day coming tomorrow. It's going to be 90 again tomorrow, so 98, 96 in a van is just beyond miserable, and I wasn't going to do that, so I came to the RV park, played for a week, so I could plug in and run the air conditioner and be comfortable. But it's crowded and not very exciting here, so yeah, that's why that stuff is all up. My side windows are covered and everything, and I'm basically holed up in the van just working and stuff here. But enough of that. You're probably tired of looking at this. I did have one real nice sunset picture on Tuesday. That 96 degree day had a real cool sunset photo I took from right here outside the RV park. And other than that, I got some fun scenery for you I think you'll enjoy, because from coming across kind of south central Wyoming, I kind of jigged up off of 80 towards I-25 again to get up to the northeast corner. And this is a really scenic ride through here along the state road. Goes through some canyons and stuff, and I enjoy it, so I did it again this time. And you know, eastern Wyoming is kind of a little bit boring with prairies and stuff. Western Wyoming is really cool with the mountains and stuff, and in the middle you kind of get some of these interesting things, especially in the south central part of the region. There's some interesting scenery that's kind of in between. And by the way, Debra has a really entertaining story, interesting story from this very road I'm about to show you. So, but I'm not going to tell her story. That's up to her. So if y'all want to hear that story, you'll have to get after her in the comments and let her know you want to hear that story. Hopefully she doesn't mind me tipping y'all off to her story from this rural state road in south central Wyoming. All right, everybody. I'll see you next week in Friday Night Live. And in the meantime, here's some cool scenery from Wyoming.
That was wonderful, Robert. Thank you. And oh God, that took me down memory lane. I want to say happy birthday to the granddaughters of Debra Van Zant and Mark Wolf. I saw y'all's comments over there. And so a few of you want to hear the story about what happened to me on that. It didn't happen to me. I did it. But some of you wanted to hear that story, and so oh, and hi Jane. Mike Manjo is your screen name. Good to see you on here. But okay. I don't know. It's an embarrassing story, but I did put it on video. So if some of y'all have been with me for a few years, you might have heard it. I'm not going to go over the whole thing, and I will try to quit reading comments, because when I do that, I get sidetracked. So let me back up here and see where we are. So that was the segment of Where is Robert? And then he outed me about a story on that road that he just gave y'all that beautiful scenery to. So, okay, let me just start with by saying, okay, I started this trek with Nani and Bentley. That is Bentley, my little white pup, and Nani, my Rhodesian Ridgeback. And that picture was taken, I think, the year before I got on the road. That was Fiona, the rig that I was going to be traveling in, but she had an electrical fire. And I bought my van in 2015 and have been on the road ever since. And those are my two pups that started out with me. Here is a picture of Nani. That's her in 2004, and that's her at 13 years old. I lost both my Nonikins and Bentley in 2017, which happens to be when I was on that road. Bentley died in June, and I lost Nani at the end of September. We were on that road together, Nani and I, at the beginning of September, and it had been a pretty difficult time because I had lost Bentley, and Nani was obviously aging and not doing well. And so I was taking advantage of every opportunity I could to treat her to special places and let her see special things. And she was so depressed after losing Bentley. And so we're driving down that canyon road, that beautiful canyon road that Robert just showed you. And I see this sign, and it said Johnson Creek Wildlife Habitat Management Area. This way. Well, you guys know I can never resist a good road. So I do a U-turn and I go back. I forgot the golden rule. There's no phone signal through there. Zero, not a zilch. I just wanted to go hiking, and Nani had been so good and traveling for 2 days. And so I go up this long, long, long road way off the pavement like I do. I won't be doing that anymore in my RV, but I used to in Fancy Free. And we go for this beautiful hike, and we see all kinds of animals, turkeys and everything else. It was just wonderful. And we get back to the van, and I go to feed her, not feed her, but give her water and make sure she's comfortable and everything. And I step out the side door and I go around to the driver's door, and I didn't have my keys anywhere on me. What had happened was when I was in the back of the van with her, giving her water and bending over and petting her and taking care of her and everything, my keys had fallen out of my jeans and I didn't know it. So here we are, 90 degrees weather, and that's when I realized I have no signal, no nothing, broke all the cardinal rules. My GPS tracker is inside the van, like that's going to do me any good. I've got my 13-year-old dog that's in there by herself, and I just freaked out, and I went and got the biggest rock that I could find, and I'm trying to break the window of my van. It wouldn't budge. They make those little bitty tools for window breakers and everything. I don't know. It wouldn't budge with this big old. And I'm glad, because the end of the story is that I'm glad it didn't break. So I just really didn't know what to do, and I kept talking to Nani and everything, and she didn't seem stressed. She wasn't panting. I turned the fans on, and thank God, and she seemed okay. And finally, this couple that was hiking comes by, and they're like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No, I've locked my keys in my van, and my senior dog is in there, and blah blah blah." And and they're like, "Well, why don't you come with us to our house? That's about the closest place you're going to get a signal, and we can use our landline and call and get you help." So I'm out in the middle of nowhere, no way to reach anybody, and these strangers invite me to go to their house, get in their car, and go to their house. And I just stopped for a moment, and I kind of said a little prayer to myself, and I really felt comfortable with them. And so as soon as we got to their house, the first person that I called was Robert, and he's like, yeah, your GPS hasn't moved in like an hour and a half. What is going on? You're freaking me out. And you went somewhere that wasn't, off, it's off road. What's going on? And I'm like, well, I'm not with my GPS. Anyway, so we went through all of that. And their names are Leora and Kryle, such unusual names, and we're friends to this day. They were wonderful, wonderful people. And so this is a picture of Leora and the locksmith. They called and they insisted on paying for the locksmith. And this is Nani thanking him once Nani got out of the van, and he said it just made his day to rescue a senior dog. And I don't remember what he said that was funny, but that's Leora cracking up at whatever it was he said. And then they invited me to come back to their house and spend the night because I was a mess. Nani was okay; she wasn't even panting, but I was a mess. And by then I'd really grown to really like them. And so they invited me back to their house, and I stayed the night on their property in my van. Nani and I did, and they fed me dinner. And I ended up staying 2 nights, and we just had the best time. And this is her husband, Kryle. You can see their guitars and everything. They're musicians, and we sat out they had a wraparound deck on their house, and we sat out every night and grilled, and they played music. And that's him telling me a story that's in the video. And so anyway, we just had the best time. And like I said, we're still friends. I haven't been able to see them in a couple of years. And I contacted Leora today, and I told her that I'd be sharing that story tonight because Robert had sent me the clip, and I'm like, maybe nobody will want to hear it. And she's like, I don't care if they do, that's fine. You can use our images because I always make sure I have permission. But she told me that canyon back up toward their house had a horrible fire in July. And that made me really sad. She said that a lot of the canyon people lost their lives, and a lot of people lost structures. They were able to save their home in surrounding structures, which I'm really grateful for. But I was really sad to hear that. And where Robert went through the canyon, he started filming after the fire. But anyway, so that's my story. That's what happened to me on that road at Johnson Creek Wildlife Habitat Management Area. If you're there and you get a chance to go hiking up in there, I highly recommend it. So let me see what everybody is saying. Isn't that a crazy story? I was just like, oh my gosh. What is it? I don't know if I can catch up on comments. So I'm just reading comments right now. Sorry, everybody. And look at Nani as a puppy. Thank you, Lori. Yeah, she was a beautiful baby. But my dogs were 13 and 15 when I lost them in 2017. And they went with me through TBI rehab. My neurosurgeon had them certified as therapy dogs, not service dogs or anything, but therapy dogs, so they could stay with me in TBI rehab. And so yes, Brenda Lou says, that is why my keys are on a lanyard around my neck. I learned the hard way. There were many, many, many key stories as I learned to travel with my brain injury, and that's what I do. I travel with an extra key on my neck now, and so that really works. And Robert says, imagine my surprise to receive a call on my cell from a strange Wyoming number. I'm just glad you answered, Robert, because I was just like, I didn't know what to say in front of them. I didn't want to say I'm at these people's house. I don't know. But anyway, and Sea Lion says, what amazing people, so kind. They really are. And I'm so thrilled to be able to still call them friends today. They just are wonderful, wonderful people. And Tim Untethered is in the house, everybody. Woohoo! Hi, Tim. Tim is a fellow nomad and has been having van trouble of his own. And buddy, I hope you have that worked out. But anyway, that was my story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And let's see what's next on our agenda. And I appreciate Leora giving me permission to share that story again, because they really are wonderful people. um, okay, so now it's time for Life in the Park segment. And you guys, so I shared with you that two of my nieces had were diagnosed with the coronavirus. One is a home health care nurse, and the other is a teacher. And fortunately, they both have made it through their isolation and have been able to test negative, and I'm very proud of them. They both got sick, but they did what they were told to do, and took care of themselves and their family by doing everything they were supposed to. But I sent them a package, and both of them, they were in separate houses. I sent them packages, and you guys, look at this. This Amazon sent this to me as mind you, they're in isolation. That Amazon sent this to me as proof that it had been delivered. That's in the middle of the yard on the side of the driveway, not on the porch, not, in the middle of the yard on the side of the driveway. I was so livid. And so, but then my great niece, the daughter of one of my nieces that had the virus, she recently sent me this picture, and I just think it's hilarious. So this is Alicia, and she is holding her cousin's puppy, Chase, and making it look like that's her head. And so that crew, they never lost their sense of humor through all of that. Um, and I'm just so proud of them, and I just wanted to give them a shout out and tell them I'm glad they got my packages. How ridiculous was that? And but anyway, I'm glad that they're better, and I'm glad all of them there never lost their sense of humor. And so here in life here in the park also, these are some birds. I can't remember if I shared this with you guys already or not, but these are baby finches that are around my water. I have a spray mister, and at the bottom of the spray mister it collects water, and these birds pant and pant and pant. You can see the one on the outside looking toward the camera. They just pant, and but they come and they hang out in that mister, and they fly around, and it's just lovely. And so oh my goodness, so my cousin Mike is in the house, and he says that his wife, my cousin, is home from the hospital today. I'm so glad to hear that. As you guys might remember, a few weeks ago Cindy lost her mother, and now she's been in the hospital. And so Michael, thank you for joining us tonight and sharing that she is home. I appreciate that, and thank you for joining us. So let's see. I think that was it for Life in the Park. And up next, is a Bandit update. So for the Bandit update, you guys, he loves traveling in Lynn's car as much as I do. You probably know that Freebird is not running right now, and so my friend Lynn in Dallas transported her car to me, and this is him as we got ready. He's in his seat, and I have a sheet over the seat and everything, and he's in his bed, and he just looks so content. He likes that car as much as I do. I may have to add car thief to my resume. I don't know. I'm just thinking, I might. No, I'm kidding. I won't, but it's tempting. And so also this week, because we have the car, I was able to get Bandit to the vet, and he got all of his annual shots. I'm coming up on a year anniversary of having him, and if y'all watched his video, I think Robert's got the link for that video. If you watched his video, then you know that I got him on September 28th, and October 8th is his birthday. But oh yes, there you go. So there, you can click on that in the comments and watch Bandit's story. But so it was a little bit early, but I had to put him in doggy daycare while I ran a bunch of errands, and I had doctor appointments and tests and everything that I had to do. And so with the AC that's been acting up, I didn't want to leave him at home in the RV. So I put him in doggy daycare, and while he was there, they went ahead and gave him his shots. So uh, that was awesome. And my niece Elizabeth, that's on here. Hi, sweetheart. She says, I'm glad he's feeling better. Me too. I'm so glad he's feeling better. And Sea Lion says Lynn's car has air conditioning. Yes, it's a concept. That car practically drives itself. It's like I don't know. It's like a Learjet or something. It's just it's incredible. So and let's see. What else do we have? That was Bandit update. Oh, next is viewer questions. I think I'm missing something over here. Hang on. I might have missed something. I can't tell. I can't catch up in the comments. Okay, so viewer questions. Chantel knew on my FNL drop of why am I RVing in the desert at 120 degrees Fahrenheit. She says, Deborah, can you say Lake Tahoe, Nevada? Right state, right temperature. So you can see what I wrote back. I said, yeah, great location. Do you know somewhere to rent a space for 200 and 250 a month? And she's like, at Debra Dickinson, nope. I just know it's cool. And I was like, LOL, my point exactly. Now, Chantel is a friend, so I think she was just ragging me a little bit about that. But it's like, yeah, my RV doesn't run right now. It's not exactly like I can push it there. And also, you know, that area is expensive. I try my best and do live within my means. So, yeah, there are a lot of places that are cooler. But, oh, look, super chat from Priola. She says, sounds like things are looking up. Yay! And And yes, they definitely are. I'm so happy about that. And I'll tell you about the AC, the house AC, and the updates on the mechanics here in a minute. I'm just, I'm so thrilled because it was really touch and go for me there for a while. I thought, I'm going to cry uncle, I'm done. But, you know, that's just part of that KOKO. Keep on keeping on because you never know when things are going to turn around. And they certainly have. Okay, so continuing with viewer questions, I only have two more. This is from Wandering Wild Woman, and she has changed. Y'all might know her from Cauldron's. I can't remember her former YouTube name, but she's changed it to Wandering Wild Woman. And she says, I can't help. And this was on my "Is This My New Normal" video. And she says, I can't help but wonder if the heat of the desert has affected your TBI. And most definitely with my air conditioner, my house air conditioner not working and not having cabin AC working, it definitely did. And Wondering Wild Woman Heidi is also a patron of mine, and she sent me a picture of her dog. This is Jackson. Isn't he handsome? I don't, let's see, I need to put that up there. There you go. That's Jackson. I just such a beautiful dog. And so yes, it absolutely has affected me and the heat and everything. And I also want to tell everybody, I'm really glad that you like the FNL drops. And let me know over here in the comments if I know that you guys are on here on Friday Night Live, but I have a lot of people that are saying they like it when I pull out a segment. And I'm just wondering if you guys that are on here routinely for my Friday Night Live, if you enjoy those FNL drops too, or if you just have because you were here, whether or not you're watching them. I'm just curious. So, do you watch the short segments that I pull out? They air on Sundays usually, and just let me know because I'm just wondering. So, let's see. Oh, Lori put up the link to my "Is This My New Normal" video. Thank you, Lori. And let's see. Oh, and on viewer questions on that, "Is this my new normal?" Everybody was so kind to me because I wasn't doing well that day and did that video unedited and everything. And you guys indicated that you liked that anyway. Some people said they liked it even better. So it wasn't much fun for me because I was so symptomatic. So I didn't like it better, but I really appreciate that everybody shared that they did. So thank you for that as well. And okay, good. So you guys are watching the uh, So y'all watch the drops too. Good to know. Thank you. I'm looking at this, and my good friend Pearl says she does. Thank you, Pearl. Love you. Um, Christine Haas says she does, and Kathy Decree says she does. Okay, good deal. Thank you. I was just curious if my FNL crew watched the drops as well, and that's what I call them. And Marie says that she likes the drops when she can't make the live, and yes, that's exactly what they're for as well. Is so that people that can't make the live or don't have enough data. Like me, I don't have enough data to watch an hour-long stream, but I could watch a drop, so that's why I started doing it. And then Megan, you're so sweet. She says she tries to watch everything I post. Thank you, Megan. And oh, look here, camping chick is here. Keegan's mom, you changed your name. You guys, this is camping chick, Keegan's mom. That's her new puppy, and she came to my Cedar Hill State Park meetup. And I'm so glad that you're on here, and I'm doing well, and hope to make it to Texas after I get my rig up and running. um, and Kaylee says, "Are drops your regular videos?" The FNL drops are a small segment from these Friday night live streams that I pull out so that if some people can't make the Friday night live stream, they can watch the FNL drop, which is a condensed segment. So that's what those are. All right, do I see? Was that it for the viewer questions? Let me see. Oh, no, one more. Okay, so the nomadic table. She asked, "Have you ever been to the Ruby Mountains near Elko? It's like Nevada's Alps." And then I told her I haven't, but you guys, I sure am looking forward to it. And Susan says she loves it there, and Lori Smith says that it's beautiful there. I am so looking forward to doing the Ruby Mountains and other things, anywhere that is okay to travel when Robert gets back and when my rig is road ready. And we'll talk more about that in a minute. I've been on the road full time as a nomad for 5 years, and I wanted to set up home base and everything. And I know that a lot of people aren't okay to travel right now, but I never planned on. I've never been landlocked or based somewhere for so long, and I just have itchy feet so badly. There, and I want to go see all of those places. But I've promised Robert that I won't travel after all of this work is done in the RV until he's here and can go with me, so that I don't get stranded anywhere and have another story to tell. And but that won't be long. He'll be headed this way soon, and we'll get to do some fun things. Okay, let's talk about the weekly spotlight. Um, let's see. All right, so let's see, weekly spotlight. So, all right, here is a picture of my new mechanic. His name is Tom, and he came out Monday, and is working on Fancy Free, and I really appreciate his professionalism. You guys, I have sunk about 8 by the time he gets through with the work that he's going to do. And I just got notice from them today that they'll be able to get parts and stuff and continue the work probably the middle of September. It's just hard to get parts right now. But I just really appreciated his professionalism so much. But I have sunk about $8,000 by the time that's done into getting Fancy Free road ready and the improvements necessary on her. 6,000 of that is out of my pocket, based on loans that I took out. I took out $6,000 worth of loans to get all these repairs and everything done. 2,000 of that was for the air conditioner that you guys know the story. Doesn't work. Has to be completely redone. Everything that was put in is when it blew up. Uh, it caused stuff to get in there, in the parts that can't be blown back out, and so that has to start all over. And so that's all of that redo stuff, and stuff that was missed is about another $2,000. And I'm very blessed that someone is willing to help me make up that difference, because I can't take out any more loans. So 6,000 of my money, and I'm very blessed that somebody is willing to make up the difference. But I wanted to just share that because I made me some notes. I shared in my video. I can't do anything from memory, and so I just want to share that if you buy a vintage RV, that be prepared for repairs, upgrades, improvements, and then the ongoing maintenance. They require a lot more TLC than some. I mean, you can buy a lemon off the lot, of course, but they just know that they are going to require TLC maintenance. And you guys, I knew the previous owners and some of the history on this rig. It's not like it was a clunker bought off of a lot from a stranger. And I have all of the records on her from day one, including before and after photos and everything. So it's not like I bought an unknown rig. Can you imagine if you did what you might get into? And so, you could be in for a lot more. And so just know that going up front, you can save money. Maybe any more prices are so high, you might not save money buying vintage, but uh, you might over time. And oh my gosh, I missed a super chat tip from Barbara. Thank you. Thank you, Barbara. Simple Life. I appreciate that, sweetheart. I'm all like blah blah blah, and I missed that super chat tip. Thank you. But it's really important that you know what you might get into. And I'm going to end this with some good news. But the other thing is, it's getting harder and harder to find good mechanics, and especially for RVs. And wait times can be months just to get an appointment or get your rig in somewhere, and that's across the country. I'm hearing that and seeing that in more and more forums and groups, and it's also really slow to get parts anymore. Just from everything that's going on, and then of course, like what's happened to me, it's often not properly completed, and then you have to start over and have more delays. So I guess I just want to say, if you have an RV, and especially a vintage one, be sure that you have prepped for that budget, or that you have the means to get loans, or know that you're going to use your credit cards, or whatever you might have to do, and that you have the time. I've been here all summer on this rig, and I haven't planned on being here that long, but I have it, and I'm so grateful that I can stay here and afford this lot at a place. And that's why I came to this place, because I knew I could afford it. It was within my budget, within my means. And also be sure you have backup resources for lodging. I'm very blessed to have a huge support system, but those are things that you need to think about. And if you can't, maybe consider a van like I lived in for 5 years. Robert still has Fancy Free now, and he's been living in a van, or a similar rig, or something that's easier to maintain. And because it's not easy, our RV life, it has its pluses. I get to stand up, I get to shower, I have running water, all of those things. But it also takes its toll, and you need to be ready for that. And I just want to say again, if it wasn't for Gina and Jeff and the blessing that they were in working with me on the deal they gave me on Fancy Free and my support network, I couldn't do this. And especially Robert, because he has been such a support to me day in and day out. And my rooftop AC, which even after they came out and repaired it, you guys, was still not working. Robert remotely did research and had me do some things that have made it work. And so this is going on 2 nights in the third day that I've had AC 24 hours a day in the rig, and I just want to cry because Bandit and I haven't been getting hot. I'm not sick. I went and had, I just don't even know what to tell you. Like right now, let's see if you can see this. It's 79 in here and 99 outside, but the high, you guys, look, it got up to 115 today, but it only, 115, but it only got up to 81 in here. And so things are so looking up, and I'm so blessed. And again, I want to give a shout out to my new mechanic, Tom. He and his wife Heather, they own Pahrump Mobile Mechanic. They are bonded. They do warranty work. Like I said, they are just so professional. Heather texted me to let me know that Tom was on his way. He got here at 7:15 in the morning. He worked all day long in triple digit weather, and never lost his cool. They have 6 children. He's in ministry, and I know that that doesn't always make for a nice person. Some of probably the most horrible people I know claim to be in ministry, but they are golden. And he just never lost his cool. He was always polite. He was never, I didn't have to listen to cussing and throwing tools and everything that I'd been putting up with before. And they're just so professional. And they immediately got me an estimate and have let me know when parts are going to come in. And anyway, it just makes all the difference. And Robert is the one that researched and found them for me. So I'm just really, really blessed, and everything is looking up. And I just want to say, and then I'm going to go catch up on comments, that keep on keeping on, no matter what, because you never know when things are going to turn around. You never know um, what that golden hour is going to look like. And I've lost it through this, you guys. I haven't been able to keep my sunshiny demeanor, and I did keep my faith, but I got worn down, and I had friends that I called, and I really appreciate you guys that heard me and held me up and lifted me up when I needed you the most. And so if you're on here and you've got tribulations, which we all do, I just want to encourage you to keep on keeping on, because that sun does come shining after the darkest even. Let me see if I can catch up on some comments. Um, Lori says, "How many women are now going back to their significant others and saying, 'Why can't you be like Robert?'" I tell you, we did go our separate ways for about a year, and I think it just has made us appreciate each other even more. And I'm very blessed by him. So thank you all. And Kathy Decree is also giving Robert a shout out. And I miss saying goodbye to Penguin Chick who left, and Daryl Drax. So sorry about that. But Sea Lion says, "Yay, you're finally in the 70s." I know. You guys, look, below 80. I'm not at 90 or 100 in my RV, which I have been all summer up until now. It's just, anyway, I'm just so thrilled. And let's see what else I've missed. Um, let's see. Uh, I can't. I think that's about it. So thank you all for being on here tonight. I have 211 people on, 212. Before you log off, please hit that thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I need my channel to grow to be able to keep bringing you guys videos. That's the honest truth. If you want to know how you can help me the most, it's by subscribing and ringing that bell so that you can watch my videos, but mostly subscribing and sharing my videos so that I can get more subscribers, because I need my channel to grow so that I can keep bringing you content. And if you want to know how you can help, that's it. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe and share. So let's see if there's anything else. I think we're pretty much caught up, and I think this week we're going to finish in under an hour. Before I hang up, is there anything anybody hang up? You'd think I'm back in AOL dial-up. Remember that? How it used to do. And anyway, is there anything else? Oh, bye, Tim. So good to see you, buddy. And tell your travel mates I said hi. And I hope I get to see you guys soon. Uh, let's see. Robert says I could have a good side business if I could learn how to clone him. They do know how to clone people, Robert. uh, okay, everybody. I think that's it for tonight. And thank you for being here. Thank you for sticking with me through what has been so grueling, but it's definitely looking like it. I'm on getting to the other side of that mountain now, And I appreciate you being on this journey with me. Subscribe and share, please, and we'll see you down the road. Bye, everybody. Love you.